Hey Scorpio, Merry Christmas. I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. Hi guys. It's December. It's that time of year. It's festivities, it's decorations and fun. It's that time of year where we allow ourselves to actually enjoy the moment. Unlike the rest of the year, we kind of put it off, but right now we start allowing ourselves to let loose a little bit. So I really love this time of year. I also love this time of year because it's the time of transitions. It's a time where we start reflecting on the year we've had and we start just creating movement to create changes in our lives that we need to get to where we want to be, and we make those new year resolutions. So it's a great time of year, and it's kind of like a collective thing. We're all in that thinking without even really realizing that that's what we're doing. So it's really great time of year for change. It's a great time of year for movement, so I love it. I'd like to take a moment just to apologise for the light quality, as well as my sound. I'm hoping to get a new mic, but also it's raining. I'm working with the lights that I have above me. It's not great positioning, so I do apologise. But a mama's got to do what a mama's got to do. So let's begin this reading for you. I'm doing it a little bit different from the last reading in November. If you followed in November, I'm using two decks. I work with what I feel just feels right in the moment, and this layout I've been doing is kind of makes sense, and I'm actually enjoying doing it for the December readings. Hopefully it makes sense and translates as I'm reading. So let's just begin and see what's in store for you, Scorpio. Straight up. Okay, so the first card is actually one that's been coming up for nearly every single read that I've done so far, and we are nearing the end of it. So it's that time for change. It's that time for us to create that movement. I will go into it once we've finished shuffling. So I'm alternating the columns to do each deck, two different rows of each, and then the final row is a combination. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I feel like that's with that one. I'm going to sneeze. Okay, no I'm not. I think it's passed. And Energy Oracle. The Energy Oracle are very similar to Tarot in how they look and how they, I guess I want to say personalities. They just remind me very much of Tarot. They are very similar. And the layouts that the deck actually comes with are two of them, okay. Like Celtic Cross, etc. There's two here as well. We're having a lot of cards jump up for you towards this end. The end column represents future, or it can be current space. I'll see when I get to that for you and what that represents for you. So we have two parallel columns in a way, like the first two, even though they're separate decks, they are kind of in alignment with each other. I found that that's how it has just come across with each reading. I don't actually plan my readings before I do it. I'm very much in the moment, like before I start, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, and it just kind of makes sense, and there's a reason behind it, and that's how I do my work. So if you stick with me, you'll probably notice that I am very eccentric, and I very much do not follow one single law, rule, however you want to put it. I just go with the flow and go with what feels right and what I'm drawn to in the moment. So let's begin for you, Scorpio. You have created this situation and you have the power to change it. Now, this has come forward for so many. This is basically now is the time for you to start shaping your future. This is your time. I cannot express that strongly for you, actually, because this feels like, you got this. Let's start thinking. Those thoughts that we're having is going to help shape our outer world, so be really conscious of that. But I really feel like you can actually start molding the life around you into how you want it to be by taking action. So you've created the situation you're in now. It's kind of saying like, look, the life that you're living now, where you are now, you have like carved that way to this place, so you have this ability to do that in future moving forward. So if there's places where you are unhappy, make those changes, make it happen, because you are in control here. The next card is reversed. Archangel Michael cards reversed are pay attention, and it's be gentle with yourself. So know that you are doing the best that you can. There's nothing you could have done better because you're doing the best. And I kind of feel like you need that compassion for yourself. With this, you've created this situation, you've the power to change it. It's like you have it within you to change things, but don't beat yourself up in that sense of thinking, oh, okay, so I made this situation, so the situation I'm in right now, it's my fault. And we can spiral around within that. That's not healthy, it's not useful, and it just keeps you there or it holds you back. You need to be gentle with yourself and understand yourself on a deeper level, that everything you're doing comes from a higher place. I have a little kitty playing with my dress. um, and yeah, to honor yourself, really. I really feel like that's the goal here, is to be able to go forward fearlessly. And I wonder if that is in your deck. It isn't. Go forward fearlessly because you're this master manifester, and you can manifest the life you need. Look at my little tarot. Isn't he so cute? We have two little new kitties. It's such adorable little things. They're playing with my skirt down below. Yeah, so I feel like this is a time for you to honor yourself, and realize that you are doing the best that you can. We have nextly Archangel Michael to ask him to help you with this situation. Again, this is like leaning on support. This is like a lot of ways this card represents your faith, is looking at the divine help that is there for you. Look for the signs, understand that you are being divinely guided during this time. But also this card sort of says lean on others if that's what you need. And I do get the sense with the be kind to yourself that you may actually need that additional support, and to lean on the people that you love and reach out. I get a kind of a heartache here for you. The next card that's parallel with the creating the change is a woman holding a heart in reverse. So I feel like this is actually, just as I'm speaking, I feel like there's a sense of you holding your own heart. I feel like this is a time where you're perhaps feeling things very deeply, Scorpio. And I get that sense that it's hard to let go, maybe. That doesn't feel fully in alignment with everybody, because I kind of feel like there's something additional to that heartache, but there's definitely heartache here. Understand that sometimes heartache isn't related to love. Like, we break our own hearts all the time. So if you are not in a relationship, if you're not in that scenario, like, are you breaking your heart in another area of your life? Are you putting up obstacles in your way, and seeing yourself as a failure? And we have to realize that failures are not necessarily negatively impacting. Like, failures mean that you've tried and you're trying. The idea with failures is to see something that's not working and to make the changes that we need in order to either grow and move forward, or in order to be successful next time. You know what I mean? Like, failures present opportunities. 100%, that is what we're supposed to take from failures. But it is a hard thing because sometimes it can really squash us, and we have to be mindful of that and our reactions to our failures, because I kind of feel like in society nowadays we don't allow ourselves to fail without some kind of lacking feeling there. You are being guided to not wish to take action right now. This is a time for you to, I kind of feel like, um, not push yourself, as weird as that is. I feel like you don't need a plan in order to move forward. I feel like it's a go with the flow energy. I feel like there's a nurturing side that you need to be honoring and respecting right now, rather than actually seeking the next thing, or seeking something forward. And actually, as I say the next thing, it's kind of like sometimes when we go through breakups or we are disappointed in love, it's like we allow that the only thing that's going to make improvement is that we get that love from somewhere else, which is damaging because we take that into the next relationship, or we put that upon the next person, which isn't a helpful way to start a relationship. So I feel like the strategy here with a broken heart, with a heavy heart, is to actually just take that time to heal for yourself. Again, the next one, you have the woman holding a heart and you have a man holding a heart. Now, I don't believe in assigning genders to cards as such, though they can sometimes mean that, like, it can mean, a man or a woman coming into your life, not necessarily relationship-wise, that's going to influence you. But, like, for me, if it's relationship-wise, it is just, to the gender you're attracted to, or the gender that may be coming into your life from a love in that sort of way. So I don't attach gender to my cards as such. But you have both the woman and the male here. So to me, this feels like an imbalance of your feminine and masculine energies within yourself, rather than an external. I feel for some reason I get as well for some of you is that no man or woman is going to heal you. You've got to do this yourself. That's how I see this around. I mean, it's basically you have them both top and bottom, and then in the center you've got the strategy card, which is reversed, which is why I feel like it's time for you to stop planning and start just, allow yourself to be in the moment, sort of feel. Between these two masculines. So I feel like you need to find the balance. It's about healing for you here for me. And again, seeing your vulnerability, allowing you to understand you're doing the best you can, and to see the love within you. I kind of feel like that's a major theme here for you, is acknowledging that you are full of love no matter what you go through, and you are that strength that you need. That's all you need, is the strength that's within you in order to create that movement for yourself. So the next column we have honor and trust your feelings. Again, this is about you trusting in yourself. It is about going within and realizing what it is that you want. I do get the sense here of you taking that time to be within yourself. We have sense of humor card reversed, and we have the person you're asking about is trustworthy. So both of these cards actually they mean the same thing. They basically both mean that the situation's not as heavy as you might be seeing it, and to get a different perspective. I feel like for some of you, Scorpio, that it is you need to look at yourself from another perspective. Again, it feels like there's been this very much heartbreaking sensation. So I feel like for some of you, there's this sense that you're wrongly putting a lot of pressure upon yourself on perhaps negatively thinking, and this is saying, look at yourself from another perspective. It's kind of like I touched on this on another reading about doing our shadow work. It's like when we do our shadow work, we start nurturing our inner child, and we realize that the flaws that we have are part of who we are, of why we are that way, and then we learn to love that about ourselves. And it's about giving that inner child a big hug and being like, I see you. And I feel like that's here for you. It's like you need to see yourself for who you are. It's acknowledging that, let's face it, a lot of people put bad image on Scorpios. Like, it's like the star sign that everyone just brands people without even meeting a Scorpio. And that sometimes even in itself can make a Scorpio be that stereotypical. Like, they're not that, but as in they think that of themselves. Because, when you start seeing the truth within signs, if someone puts on a negative thinking upon a stereotype, we start associating with that stereotype. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard drilled in within all stereotype situations if you really look into it. And I think that's a great way. For me, that's how I like to look at things when I start with the negative thinking and self-talk. It's like I like to take a step back and look at what I'm going through, and then realize similar situations, and then see it differently. Like, I am very much a seeing things objectively kind of person when I'm dealing with my own things, and that helps me to get past that and to grow. And I feel like that would be really beneficial for you here. Also, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. This card basically is saying that they're coming from a place of love. So if this is yourself, realize that you are coming from a place of love, and to nurture that side. If there is a person that this can be related to, is knowing that that person comes from a place of love. Both of these cards say that, actually. They kind of say that things are not as bad as it may seem, and to perhaps look at it objectively for that reason, for you to be able to see things in different ways than you actually are just tunnel visioning. And it also is sort of saying that they may be going through their own things, and that applies to both contexts here, that we're all going through our own things, and that's why we go on these inner journeys for ourselves. And it is completely natural, completely normal. It should be normalized for us to take time out for ourselves, and that's in the same sense as that we should be allowing that for other people. I do think in relationships sometimes we get so full on that we don't allow that other person to breathe because they're not in alignment with the way our thoughts are. And it is a very hard thing to be, because when you are traveling with another person, like, you become one, but you have to remember that you're two individual people traveling the same path together because you choose to be there, not because you are obligated to. And that is really important here. So I feel like that could apply to some of you Scorpios as well. God is in charge. So this is meant to happen. Now, this is a theme for this year. Like, it's kind of tower card material this year, that where foundations are being knocked down and we are being kind of forced in a way, because the universe is just throwing that at you. We're being forced to face what we need to face in order to rebuild. And so I feel like this God is in charge. It means you're on the right path. It means it's meant to happen. It means that no matter what you do, this is going to happen anyway. So again, that really helps with the kind of acknowledging that we need to be kind to ourselves. We're doing the best we can, because this is just meant to happen, and it's meant to happen for a reason. It's about bringing things to the surface so that we can see things clearly. The next column, which is in alignment with those cards we've just read, we have 4th chakra Archangel Raphael, and this has come up for a couple as well, and it is in alignment with honor and trust your feelings. So Archangel Raphael is the angel of healing. He's there to help you. Now, I call upon Raphael when, like, I feel like when we call upon an angel, it's usually because there's great sadness in our heart, and we're just like, please help me, I need something, please heal me. And so he is very much a help healer. So if there is an aspect for some of you that may be in regard to help for yourself or someone you love, call upon him. But also, if you need assistance within healing, he's an amazing angel to call upon. So I do get that sense of needing to do your healing and inner work here, and come from a loving space. I'm definitely feeling love being a vibe for you, a self-love. It's seeing that love and feeling that love. I feel like that's what I would need to really express to you, that love is there for you to grab hold of, and to be grateful of, to take advantage of. It is yours. And I really feel like that's something that Archangel Raphael himself is like, hey, yo, check out the love. I don't know why he sounds like that. But yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say to you. The next card that comes along is Angel of Love. I definitely feel it is reversed, and I feel like you're not seeing this. And I feel like that's what's kind of keeping you in a stagnant place, is that the love is there and you're not sensing it. Again, stop looking on the outside for your love. She's cradling her heart, and she's got all this fertility all around her. Now you have her reversed, and I feel like you're not seeing that love that is literally within your grasp. That's within you. You know, we don't need external sources for love. It's there within us. And when the thing is, like with love, when we have this self-love empowerment, we don't realize that actually we then become more attractive. We are the magnet. So what we are feeling, and we're shining, we're smiling, then we start attracting that love to us, because we are a beacon of love in a way. I know that sounds really cheesy, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when you're manifesting, you need to be making sure your thoughts are in alignment. So when you are all about that self-love, you are loving who you are, your flaws and all, you acknowledge them. I mean, I'm not saying that we have to be fully okay with every single flaw we have, because then that prevents growth. What I'm saying is nurturing that and realizing who you are and loving the aspects of yourself. Like, you know, this is who I am. Yes, I do need to grow still, and I'm trying. But that's a great place, and that's a great start for self-love. And that opens us up to then allowing other people in as well. We have woman holding a queen. So this is upright. She's been bloody reversed for most people, and for you it is upright. And what I sense for you is like great fortune coming in, that fertility. Again, this is in alignment with that manifesting, with those allowing ourselves to shine within to attract things to us. I feel like that's going to be really successful to you, and that is in alignment with God is in charge. So abundance is coming your way. This is meant to be. You are heading towards great things. So it is a really good reading, and that's kind of like, it doesn't end the reading because I still have the future column for you, but that ends the reading as it is, as you know, that the main part, it's ending as in you're heading towards abundance, Scorpio. My son's woken up, so I apologize. It's about to come and give me cuddles. Make a commitment and lean on God and the angels for support. So moving forward, I feel like this is a time when you are going to commit to making these changes. Make those resolutions. Make those New Year resolutions for yourself. Sorry, Scorpio, I just paused you for a second so that I could see to my son. He's in his pram right beside us now. Okay, so as I was saying, make a commitment. I feel like you are ready to make these New Year's resolutions. You're ready to move forward, and you're being guided to do that. It is in alignment. So both of these, we have make a commitment. So this is commit to something, make those changes, commit to making changes. That's how I feel with this card, 100%. Whether that be within the relationship, within yourself, that is the commitment that you need to make moving forward. And I feel like you're ready for that. And it is in alignment with lean on God and the angels for support, and this is like have faith in moving forward, as well as lean on others if you need to. But I feel like this is just confirmation for you, that you can go forward fearlessly, because I had that vibe for you in the beginning, and that card is not here for you. You do have the no, you don't. But yeah, you have that sense of that card here for me in the beginning. So to have that there is very confirmational for me. I was going to say you have the move forward with confidence card, but it just looks similar. You don't have that here. But that is the vibe I'm getting for you. So the fact that that's coming to my brain, even though the cards are not here, that is your message too. You can go forward fearlessly and have confidence, because that vibe is here for you. The next card after those, we have two again, and we have Healer of the Ages and All Tied Up. Definitely do your inner work. I feel like we have to realize that things are not going to be all roses moving forward. Like the Tower card doesn't just get better as we take a leap. It's baby steps. We're starting to take the steps to get better. So I want you to realize that this is a journey. So one bad day, ensure that you are still being gentle with yourself, and nurturing yourself, and don't allow it to undo all your work. That's what I feel like with All Tied Up. I feel like some of you are probably going to struggle a little bit to let go still, so I acknowledge that, but you are going through a healing time. I do think that looking at this final future row, it feels like there's going to be resistance for a lot of you Scorpios. It's time to leave an unhealthy situation is how this ends. So moving forward, I feel like you're going to acknowledge what you need to let go. But I do feel like this is very future for me, for you. So I kind of feel like this situation that you're in, where you're beginning your healing now, you might not fully be ready to take the plunge, and you're being guided not to, you're being told not to move, not to go forward and strategize. You're being asked to balance yourself, and I feel like with that healing comes the opportunities for you to realize what it is you want, unravel that confusion. But I do feel like for you, what this is indicating is that confusion is going to come unravel during this, and the focus here should be on your healing. It should be on nurturing yourself during this time in order to figure out where it is that you want to go, where it is that you need to go. But you are being guided to leave this unhealthy situation. You are being guided to let go of any bad habits. So time to leave an unhealthy situation could very much still be personal. So if this has felt like this is just attacking you in a non-attacking way, and non-confrontational, sorry, can't speak, way, then this is like making the changes within yourself, because this can be dropping bad habits, this can be stopping addictions. It's acknowledging and admitting that these things need to change and letting it go. So I feel like in the future you are going to be in a place where you're like, I'm ready to do this now, I'm ready to make those changes for myself and for those around me. But I do feel like there is some Scorpio here, this is relationship based, and you're going to realize that it probably is a little bit toxic for you, and it's time for you to let go. It could even be that you're not letting the relationship go, but like I said, somewhere in here with the alignment of traveling together, I feel like there may be a little bit of suffocation, and this is you letting go of those bad habits within that relationship to heal that relationship. So this isn't all doom and gloom, like, we're being told to leave a relationship. Some of you, that will be the guidance, and I feel like if that's your guidance, because we all know that part of getting a reading done by somebody else is you doing your own work as well, especially with these generalized. This is generalized, so for all Scorpios, is that part of it is, you are triggered in where you need to be thinking. It triggers your guides into letting you know what you need to be focusing on. So I feel like you're going to know where this applies to you, but it is just telling you it's time to leave this unhealthy situation, and it's time to move forward towards something more healthier. So thank you, Scorpio. Merry Christmas. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. Check out for competitions. It's December. I'm hoping to do a subscriber boost, which will come with prizes throughout December, so that I can do a little bit gifted giving and get this channel out there. So thank you very much, Scorpio. Merry Christmas, and may it be a great one for you.